plugin review. Hello everybody and welcome back. I know it's been a little while since we've made a video, but I've been doing actual projects and stuff. And while I've been doing all of that, I've actually started to use presets and different transitions and stuff. I used to be very against them. I'm like, no, I must make everything myself. But actually, they're surprisingly useful. So huge thanks to NitroZone for sponsoring today's video, and we're going to be looking over a preset pack that you can get for DaVinci Resolve to really help you start up and kind of edit and speed up your workflow. So let's start. Alright, so this pack comes with basically smooth transitions, fusion titles, as well as overlays and LUTs and a variety of other things. So overall, I found it extremely easy to install. All you have to do is essentially drag all the files from the plugin folder into your DaVinci folder, and it's only a one-time thing. Once you drag and drop it, then it's there forever. Now, I'm not too familiar with this area, so don't quote me on this, but it is a little bit different between Resolve 16 and 17. How the plugin works in 16 is essentially all the effects are in the power bins here that you just drag and drop them into this bin. But for DaVinci Resolve 17, that's where some of the presets actually go into that folder that I just showed you and will actually integrate into your effects library, which I personally like a lot better because it's clean. So once you install the pack, basically you'll find everything under the video transitions pack. If you scroll down past everything else, you'll find it under your fusion transitions. And as you can see, you can essentially preview all the different types of effects here. My personal favorite ones are essentially all the ones in the middle, the fade, the rolls, the really smooth transitions. Those work pretty nice. So to use them, all you gotta do is like basically grab your light rays here and you just drag them right on top. Now this plugin in Resolve 17 basically will just drag and drop like a normal transition, which really makes it a lot smoother, easy, and cleaner in the timeline. So I really like it a lot. With that being said, it makes it super easy to just drag and drop, and if we play it through in slow motion here, you just have an awesome light ray transition effect. Now even better than any of these effects are the roll effect. Now I have always loved any sort of smooth rolling effect. So if we just kind of drag this in, it saves a lot of time and it's a really smooth transition. As you can see, it just slides on over it. That is clean. What I like about this pack, there are a ton of different roll and smooth effects. There's even like there's lens effects that you can drag on and play that through, and it does a weird kind of warp effect. Glowing ones that will actually kind of glow as it wipes to the side. So it looks really cool. Probably doesn't render the fastest, so I might have to go slow motion there. You even got spinning ones. Like, I love the size of this pack. So, I mean, play this one through, and there you got a nice zoom in there, and it looks pretty nice. And you can even shorten these down as much as you want. So if I want to make a super quick zoom in, so you can't even notice it, I can play that through, and it's ridiculously fast, and I like that a lot. Then there's glitch versions of all these transitions, and you kind of get the idea. Now next, of course, I have to go over the titles. Now, DaVinci has a decent amount of presets for titles and stuff, but this pack will give you a lot more control. Quick note though, I had some trouble setting up the titles and getting them to work. What you have to do is you have to download the fonts that the titles are missing. That's included in the help folder of the pack. Make sure you do that, or else you're going to be struggling and banging your head against the wall as to why everything's black. That was one thing that I did miss on the help page. So just make sure that you download the required fonts for these title sequences, or they will not work. But you can just preview them right here in the editor, and they all look really nice, so I can just drag them in as a simple title fusion transition. And if you play that through, there we go. You got an awesome title that just zooms in, and it's really nice. Now the cool thing is the callouts. So like for the example of this, you can just drag in here, and you can just kind of basically click on the transform and just drag this and kind of move it over some piece that you want to track to and just kind of point something out, which is kind of cool. And then I cannot fail to mention that these are completely customizable, which is super awesome. So I can change like the color of this to like something like red, bring it down there, right around there. And as you can see, it'll change that to a pink, which is really neat. So you have complete customizability from the titles page right here. And I can change this to chess. And if we need to, we'll probably bring down the size so it fits. And as you can see, easy. Took 2 seconds. Can't do that with other things. The animation for all these titles are really smooth and clean, and I like messing with them. And there's a variety that you can come mess with, so it's super cool. Like I said, you can just kind of shrink this down and position it wherever you need to. So if it doesn't work in the center, very easy to move. Very easy to move, so I can just kind of resize this a little bit, put it in the corner, and there you have a nice lower thirds, and it's really well animated, and I like how it looks. A little bit too much white, so of course you can go ahead and change the background color. And just like that, we've made it hideous and horrible. I like the base colors that it comes with. Now, after the transitions and the titles, there's also cool overlays that you can use. You can use them as transitions, overlays, mix and match to do some awesome effects. I think they're useful. You install them in your power bins here, so you have like light leak transitions, which there's a large variety right here, as you can see. Each one of these categories have quite a few, so I can explore all of them really easily. There's blue crazy, which as you can see, they're just basically like really cool light leak and sort of lens flare effects, which are really useful. You can just drag and drop them onto your footage and essentially just play it through, and it will just work automatically. Which is actually one thing I forgot to mention. What's really neat about these is actually you can drag them in and they'll automatically composite with a blend mode, rather than other ones where you always have to change them each individually. These already come in, and so if the composite mode works for you, you can keep it, and you don't have to think about changing the composite mode to screen or anything, which is something I didn't know that you could do in a preset like this. So playing that through, that makes some really cool stylized effects there, and maybe we could probably line this up so we make a transition here. Play this through, flash, bam! Look at that editing. Editing at its finest. Now, the pack comes with a huge amount of different colors and styles. However, if one of them just doesn't work for you, what I really like is this is about being an intelligent editor, okay? Just go into your color page and change the hue if you want a different color for one of these. So you can push these to whatever you want. So I kind of want like a yellowish. So if I shift the hue over, there we go. Now that comes out a lot better, and it works with the tone of my scene a lot better. Other than the light leaks, there's also glitch transitions, which you have like VHS, which those always come in handy. If you want to make some crazy static videos, there you go. And there is a large variety of different types of statics. You have kind of these really vibed out kind of techno glitches. Then you kind of have some more traditional sort of VHS static that can kind of just cover over a TV, and they're easily loopable. Just hold down Alt and just drag them out. So if you want to use them, I think it works pretty well. If you ever need an ambulance to fly out of the corner of the screen and wipe to the left, boy, does this pack have you covered. But I'm walking here, I'm having a good day, right? Everything's going really good. Or is it? Bam! Bus just hit me. Died instantly. Okay, don't get me wrong though, these can be very useful. You have like sports balls effects, or if you're just like editing a cool kind of beach sort of video for your friends, and I don't know, somebody wants something a little bit more light and kind of fun, then go ahead and use these cool basketball transitions. I mean, it's just a basketball that swipes across the screen. Perfectly great transition. Just put it on top of where you want it, and bam, you got a transition. Oh wait, shoot, there's Star Wars transitions? Whoa, what's that? Dude! The Death Star! I mean Star Destroyer. I'm sorry, Star Wars fans. Lamba class Imperial Shuttle. Just Star Destroyer, that's what I meant. I knew that. I was testing you guys. But most importantly, the LUTs. The LUTs for this pack are super easy to install. All you gotta do is go over to your project settings to install your LUTs. Go down to color management, slide on over, open your LUT folder, and from there you just drag in the LUTs from the pack into this folder. Then you just come back over here and click this button to update the lists, and all your LUTs are installed. Out of everything here, LUTs are always one of the most useful things. So if I go ahead and find it under the Netrosome LUTs, you see it comes with a huge amount of different things that we can kind of use as presets. Some stylized LUTs, balanced LUTs to kind of flatten everything a little bit down. Black and white, which is always cool to mess with. Ooh, wow, actually that looks really good. And to apply, just right click, click apply LUT to current node, and there you go. And that just about wraps up the review. So overall, I would rate it as useful. I think the most I'm getting out of it is the transitions. Those are super fun to mess with because you can kind of just throw them in anywhere, adjust the speed, make them anything that you want really, and that helps out a lot. If you guys do want to buy this pack, go ahead and click the link in the description. You can buy this whole thing for a one-time purchase, or if you need a ton more transitions and presets, consider getting a subscription to Envato Elements. That's the second link below, and you can get access to all of their assets to basically fit any one of your needs. Go ahead and check those out, guys. It helped me out a lot, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm trying to get around to making more videos. As usual, peace, have a great day, and don't forget to subscribe, because subscribing is important. And buy the pack. The pack is also important to buy, because it helps me out. Anything helps me out. And the bell. The bell. Don't forget about the bell. The bell.